So today I'm going to loop and I'm going to start and try to find a topic that I can write about. And so I'm going to just select cars because this is a topic that I had from my listing activity. And so one of the cars that I just got is it's called a Toyota 86. So what I'm going to do now is usually what I'll do is I'll get a colored index card and go ahead and begin with that. But I want to go ahead and type so I can show another way to do it. I'll upload my cards that show what this looks like as well. So I'm just going to start talking about and writing about my Toyota 86 for a little bit. Lordy, my car looks like she had cystic acne as a teenager. I had been out driving around and running errands when I got caught in a hailstorm. Um, in a hailstorm, golf ball hail. Huge dents from huge dents. Crushed my pocketbook for over 7K of damage. Thank goodness for insurance. Type. Runs a paintless dent repair and Kent Fletcher. He's the guy that I always go to whenever that gets done. So we just write for a little while. Then after you get through writing about that kind of thing, you look through and you say what really grabs at you that you could write about. And so I notice right here the cystic acne. One of the reasons that I highlighted it with that color is because that really is how I got that image, and it's part of the experience that I have. And so it's leading me to think about another topic that I could write about. And so I'm going to take that center of gravity, like GRAB. I could have kept writing about the car and continued with that, maybe perhaps beginning with crushed and continuing on that topic to add more detail to what I was saying. But at this point, I can continue and think about other things I can write about too. And I begin to wonder, have I written about this before? Gosh, I remember that pink backless dress I wore to orchestra contest. Mom sewed it from fabric we picked out together. It had slanted hem, longer in the back. I felt like a princess. But like I've always wondered this, why did I wear it contest? Everyone else was in black. And I had that large acne that resulted in unbelievable teasing. Why did I wear pink? Why didn't I put a Band-Aid on it? And one of the things I've always wondered is why did that boy, that bully, think it was funny to point out the painful whelp on my back as we waited for our turn on stage. So I've written for that for a little bit. Um, so I read over it, and the thing that grabs me is everyone else in this point. I think I want to write about that a little bit and explore why I must have been thinking that so I can continue. Um, well, actually, that's a different topic. So I was talking about cystic acne, but now I'm going to write about everyone else. Was I unconscious? I have a teacher friend that said that when I was a third grader, I met her later as an adult, and she said she thought I probably was. She was wondering when I would wake up. Um, I remember this memory when I realized how silly it was for me to wear that pink dress. It was years later that I realized that everyone else wore black. I was an assistant principal chaperoning our high school orchestra trip. I remember watching them file on stage. The group parade of black. When I realized how that must have looked from the audience. An odd sense of now splash of pink in a sea of black. It's an odd thing to retroactively develop self-awareness. So what you can see here is that just by taking these little centers of gravity, beginning with my quick list, I have some things that I could write about and talk about my car and the storm and that I saw. I could describe that. I've also got something that I can really talk a lot about, that cystic acne. And really, since it went to that everyone else topic, I can see both of these even turning into um, something that really could turn into a topic I could explore. And I think that this one right here is really something that I could use to begin to think about where I could write and what I could do. I could even turn this into a personal narrative, or it might turn into something where I really go into how one develops self awareness. And it could be more of an expository piece along that way, or maybe I could take it into something with bullying. So that's looping, and it's a really good way to find a topic that you wanna write about.